What's up? RageRaven5678 here, and welcome back to another DBD video. And today, obviously, we're doing something a little bit different. Today is the release date of Tokyo Ghoul, which I wasn't hyped for until I got to do some research on Tokyo Ghoul. Now, I mean, I bought like 2 box collections, and I'm going through the entire Tokyo Ghoul series. I'm only on the 4th volume, stuff like that, but it has been my favorite, like anime just in general in a long time. So but anyways, we're gonna be checking out the live stream, doing some live reactions on it, and you know, also, you know, they're gonna do some they're gonna basically tell us what's gonna happen between today and the anniversary. So maybe some cosmetic collection, maybe a cosmetic for Hattie, I don't know. That just sounds like a joke nowadays. That's kind of sad. But anyways, let's see what the devs got cooking. Woo! I'm hyped.
デッドバイデイライトコミュニティの皆さん、こんにちは。
こんにちは。
テレビアニメ
おはようござい
ま。
ますす。
で金木健を演じております声優の花江夏樹です。今回ですね、東京グールがデッドバイデイライトとコラボすることが決定しました。
What is this?
ありがとうございます。
I can't turn that off. I don't know what that is, but
演じるにあたってですね、いろいろ苦労したキャラクターで、とても思い入れが深いキャラクターなんですけれども、そんな彼がですね、僕がずっと初期の頃からプレイしているデッドバイデイライトとコラボするということで、本当に夢のような気持ちで、嬉しさでいっぱいです。金木くんがキラーとして、どのような能力で、どんな活躍を見せるのか、ぜひ皆さん楽しみにしていてください。他にも東京グールのキャラクターがたくさん登場しますので、ぜひコラボを楽しんでください。よろしくお願いします。
Interesting. He said characters, which means there's going to be more than just one character. Is this thing going to go away or what? I don't know why the YouTube thing will not go away. The rabbit. Oh, yeah. Alright, so we were correct. So Rize is the legendary skin for the Ghoul. I can't make this like YouTube thing go away.
Hello everybody, welcome back. We are psyched to be back on the live stream set.
That's my boy right there.
First stream of the year, actually.
Yeah.
Very happy to be here. Very happy to be with you at
Eric
home.
Pope. What a cool last name too. Pope.
The cafe. I don't know where people are when they watch this show. We have a great year ahead of us, and we have a great chapter ahead of us, which we're here to talk about today. As you just saw in that amazing trailer, Tokyo Ghoul. I'm so psyched. So not only is Tokyo Ghoul a cool chapter with a bunch of amazing new gameplay, which we're going to talk about in a bit, gives a really great reason also for us to acknowledge and give a shout out to our amazing Japanese community. DBD is really blessed with an amazing.
Bro, that is it's a whole other game like in Japan, man. You see some.
Yeah.
Go watch some comp DBD in Japan, dude.
I'm doing well, thank you. And hello, everybody. Yes, our Japanese fans have been with us every step of the way, and their support is unreal. I don't know if I could say the rest of that joke. It's great to get to celebrate Japanese horror culture. And
they got like
Tokyo
the best
Ghoul
horror.
Entering the fog, I'm so ecstatic just for everyone to get their hands on it, and I know you're going to have a great time with it. So today's show features a closer look at our new killer, the Ghoul, our very cool chapter collection, upcoming events, and more. So we've got a lot for you today, so let's go ahead and take a look at the run of show.
Let's do it.
So we're not messing around today. We're going to be jumping right in with talking with killer designer Janik and
Blood
jumping
Moon.
right
Okay,
into
okay.
the Ghoul's gameplay to learn how the elements of Tokyo Ghoul inspired our latest killer.
After that, we'll spend some time with Dead by Daylight art director.
I hope the Blood Moon is like
to talk about everything
better than last year's Blood Moon, because that Blood Moon event, man, I don't know. It didn't feel too like it wasn't bad. It just wasn't unique enough, you know.
And since it wouldn't be a new chapter or event without some awesome.
I think like Killers just got a big lens and Survivors just were quieter. So it's just like okay, so I don't know.
Being added. And it's going to be
a revamp and quest system.
And
That'll be
then
interesting.
Big news, we're revamping the archives. There are some key changes that are going to go a long way with players, and we've got product manager Brandon joining Eric here on the couch to break it all down for us.
Interesting.
And finally, as is tradition, we'll close things out with a Q&A. We'll try to cover as many questions from the community as we can before we wrap things up.
Which is
Yes,
usually
and
like
since
3 or
it's
4
a new
questions.
live
They don't
stream, it
usually
means
do a lot,
new
but
Twitch
oh well.
drops, and it wouldn't be a Dead by Daylight live stream without some. So we've got 3 new rewards for you to earn starting today until April 16th. Don't
Wow, that
forget
badge
you
looked
can
pretty
register
sick.
by simply linking your behavior account. So go ahead and go over to the Twitch chat or scan the QR
I'll
code
definitely
on
be getting
screen
that
if
coffee
you need
one,
to
man.
check
I am a
that out.
coffee consumer,
Yeah,
even
so
though I'm
check
drinking
those
a
out. I'm
Monster
really
right now.
psyched about these. These are some of the best ones
That's a
we've
good one. I like them.
on theme with Tokyo Ghoul. We've got an Anteku badge for watching 1 hour, a half Ghoul badge for watching 3 total hours, and an Anteku Cafe banner for those who watch 6 hours. And then I will also mention there is a mystery 4th drop.
Oh?
Ooh.
Which I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want people to find it, tell us what
Okay.
they think. Don't spoil it because the Twitch website probably already tells you what it is. But don't do that. Don't do that. Just watch Twitch, have fun with Dead by Daylight, and get that new
Interesting.
4th drop.
Ooh, I'm interested to see what that
So
drop
with
is
that,
then.
I think it's
Maybe a
time to dive
Hattie
into the
skin?
show,
Huh?
And we're going to
I'd
start things
probably
off
that.
with Janik and talk about the killer's power.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, the Ghoul has been like the funnest killer that they made in a while. Like I like Townmaster a lot, but it's mainly just because of the dog. But I don't know, man. She requires too much brain power for me, so I don't put that much time into the game anymore to main the Houndmaster. So I mean, I do like the Houndmaster, but yeah, I've moved on to playing Survivor again. So. Especially Hattie, by the way, if you guys didn't know. You know, I like Hattie. I hope she gets a skin soon.
All right, let's dive right into our latest chapter, Tokyo Ghoul. I know we've got a lot of anime fans on the Dead by Daylight team, but also I think probably out there in our community. Really excited about this new killer, and here to tell us about all the amazing parts and terrible parts and scary parts that we have in store for our survivors.
I need to give me
Got
that
our
jacket,
killer
dude.
designer Janik back on the couch.
Hello.
Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Happy to be here.
So last time you were here was our anniversary chapter in that killer, and we had a great time there. And I think the community had some fun. And now you're back with a super new and super different design for this killer.
Indeed.
Woo, sorry, y'all.
So to kick things off, why don't you start by telling us, you're told that you're going to work on Tokyo Ghoul and Kenkeneki. How do you approach that? What's the first thing that you do when you find out?
To be honest, I was unfamiliar with the license, so I really had to get into it, dive into the series, and let's say that it builds up the pressure because it's a really good show, and I understood what it would mean to all the fans to get to play this character in Dead by Daylight. But I think it's an important part also of the process when we design a character, especially coming from license, understanding where they come from, like what they're all about, what's their flaw, what they're doing, and it's great when we sort of manage to translate those elements into game mechanic, and when it clicks with the player, and they can refer to, oh, that's how it works, in the show, whatever, and then they see it, and it makes sense for them.
There's our guy right on the screen there. So for anyone new to Tokyo Ghoul, like you were when you first started the project, why don't you set the scene? Tell us about the world and the character.
Oh yeah, so Tokyo Ghoul takes place in a modern world similar to ours, except that it's inhabited by ghouls, which are a creature that looks human, but they all have their own individual power. They're also stronger than normal human, but all this comes from with a drawback, which is craving human flesh. So we meet our guy Kenkeneki. He's a really normal university student, and kind of ends up in the wrong place, wrong time, and gets transformed into a ghoul. But in this case, it's a half ghoul. So particularly, they're stronger than normal ghoul. And he tries to keep his good side. This is the balance that he has to manage. He meets up with good friends to help him out, but that's how he gains the majestic kind of tentacle that he has.
Which is cool. That's a really cool new slant on a killer for us. So with that in mind, how did the entity bring him into the fog as a killer?
Like I said, he tries to keep his humanity as much as possible, but there's a part in the show where he gets captured, tortured, and sort of lose it. His ghoul side takes over and became enraged. And that's when the entity comes in and picks him and put him into the fog,
right there. I like
basically. That. And that's the version that our players are going to be facing. This enraged version, I'll lose.
So we had a little illustration there, which is nice. So basically, the entity kind of took that moment in time, froze him at his most enraged, which is pretty crazy. All right, so I know gameplay-wise, the Ghoul is super different from the last killer that you worked on, but also the last killer we released. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your high-level goals when you approach the design?
Yeah, when looking at more recent killer, we saw that like, we released quite more complex killer, like a really high skill and everything, and we thought that this is a good opportunity to make like a more straightforward, kind of pick up and play, easy to play, hard to master type of character. We look also at different ways of how his power will work, and traversal made a lot of sense. So that's really like the direction we decide to go. So it was really important that like we look at our past traversal killer power and try to kind of create something that is more unique and on par and like what would be players' expectation. So kind of we know that these sort of killer are super popular in our community. So we definitely try to make something.
I know people are
very
starting to
unique
bitch
and
about
fun.
the
Yeah,
amount
and
of
that's what
dash
we saw
killers
in
we
the
have now.
PTV. People really love the traversal specifically. They're liking the character all around, but that aspect of it was what hyped people up. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that Ghoul power and how it works?
Yeah, but like I said, pretty straightforward. You look at the location, pinpoint, and activate your power. Your tentacle is going to grab at that point and pull you toward that location. You can do up to 2 leap in a row, so it helps you out to cover like large distance of ground really rapidly. So it's it's a fantastic effect.
It looks pretty fun too. Being a ghoul is
Definitely. Yes.
So I imagine those tentacles that we just saw, they can also be used to do pretty terrible things to our survivors, yeah?
Yeah, correct. But the way we managed to make the whole system works, it made it feel like it was really too easy just to pinpoint at a survivor and just like point and click and damage them. So we look at different ways to kind of create like a unique effect and more balance. And we end up with you have to do 1 leap on a collision first, then your second leap on a survivor, and that's how the power will then get into like the damage version of it. So you do your second leap on a survivor, you grab him, you slash him, you damage, and you also apply the deep rune, and then you'll let go. And on the other side, you'll also be gonna gain the enrage mode, which is like a kind of a super version of yourself. And during that time, you gain a 3rd leap, so you can do 3 leaps consecutively, which gains you even more ground and distance. So it's even more fun and more deadly, definitely.
Fantastic. We get to see that. I'm enjoying all the extra illustrations we've got today. So how should a player picking it up and playing the Ghoul for the first time feel in that role?
Definitely, your presence is going to be felt in the map when you play, because you can also almost be everywhere all at once. It's a very kind of a tactical, reactive killer. There's not much like kind of like a strategy or planning. It's really like kind of go instant. You put yourself in a position and then you react to survivor. So it's a very kind of a high skill killer, but also something that we think that like lower skill player will still have a lot of fun to just like kind of change direction or kind of react to what's happening at the time you're doing your move. So it's really fun effect.
Totally. Yeah, I think people are going to have fun with it at all skill levels. So to close things out, how about you give some tips to our players that are going to be playing as the Ghoul?
Yeah, so when the Ghoul comes toward you and want to use his power, pay attention to the walls in the environment, because a red reticle, like super clear, is going to appear for survivor, and this also dictate where he's going to be aiming and going forward. So trying to keep away from these locations to not be in range, so that the killer like then hits you with this M1 attack, or even go with a second leap and then attack you. The other thing is, if he leaps, like I said, try to cut line of sight as soon as possible so that he cannot perform the special attack that he can do on the second leap or third leap if he has enrage. And then last but not least,
His big tentacles are definitely an aspect that we should look out for you.
yes, exactly. So He's enormous. Like he's a small character, but his tentacles are so huge that it was taken in consideration when we balanced the power. So like he has very high speed, very big map presence, but also this is helping out Survivor to pinpoint where he is and when he's going to come at you. So don't wait to the last second to pull a move because he's probably going to be on you by that time.
Right. He's not a sneaky guy. He's very noticeable on the map.
Well, yeah, especially when you're gonna
so
hear,
that was for Survivors.
you know,
How
the
about
entire
people playing
game
as the Ghoul?
when you
Any
play
tips for
against
them?
the
Yeah,
killer.
sure. I mentioned several times Enrage. Try to keep your Enrage mode active as much as possible. Enrage mode will deplete if all Survivor have cleaned up their deep wound. So as long as Survivor have deep wound, you have Enrage mode active. But if no longer Survivor have the status effect, then a countdown will start. So try to keep the momentum.
I thought he was gonna
deactivate
say like
as much as
the survivors
possible.
can control
The third
really
lead is
when
such
you
a
have
big
enraged. I was like,
advantage you
uh-oh.
have.
But a countdown, like
The-
cooldown or
the
something
other
like that
thing
until
is,
your enraged mode goes off,
the
that's totally
ability
cool.
button. It's it might sound like a little thing, but it's one of the most important thing about the power. So the ability buttons allow you to stop your leap and go for the M1 attack right away.
Wow. And just that Mori alone is enough of a reason to play.
Right, Amor is awesome.
So good, so gory. Janik, thank you so much as always for joining us here. It was super interesting to hear how you approached the character and the
No problem.
design. Folks should jump in after this show and enjoy it. And for now, we're going to toss it over to myself, but also Dork, to update you on some of the cool activities we've got coming in the coming weeks.
I gotta say, I'm impressed with my dude over there, man. Like, he didn't know what Tokyo Ghoul really was, and so he did his research, got the search together, and just made Ken into Dead by Daylight. He did a pretty good job of it, man. So, I mean, he did a really good job of it. So, I'm just hoping that we get like a centipede skin or something like that. Because after I saw that for the first time when we did the Tokyo Ghoul the game checking out thing, I'm like, holy shit, though, this is awesome.
That was a really cool look at the new killer and all that.
Yes, I love getting to spend time with Janik too. He knows his stuff. So
Oh yeah.
it's
Oh yeah,
like-
that's
it's
the
like
kind of
going
dude I
to
want on my team.
He's like so into it.
Yeah. So not at all about anything we just talked about. I would like to change the subject.
Oh, okay, let's.
So did you know that before DBD even came out, its first appearance was at PAX East in Boston?
I did not know.
It's true. And if you haven't seen what we mentioned on social media recently, we are going back to PAX East and going back to Boston. I'm so psyched about it. I'm from Boston myself. Some Pope lore there for people. And PAX used to be a big part of my life. And so post-COVID, it's my first time returning. I'm so psyched our team gets to go. So hopefully we'll see a bunch of you there. We're doing something very cool. We're going to do what they call a panel, what we call our anniversary broadcast for the 9th anniversary, which, as you may know from previous years, it reveals a lot, lots of surprises. So you're definitely going to want to tune in on May 9th, which is when that broadcast/panel is. And there's even more.
Yes, I'm super excited to be going. This will be my first ever PAX East. So I'll be there with Eric and the rest of the team doing the broadcast. So you're more than welcome to join us on the show floor or at the Dead by Daylight booth. We'll also have that panel on May 11th, Sunday. So we're hoping that you will be popping up as your favorite killer, survivor. I want to see your cosplays. Please come in a cosplay.
And so, yes, to recap, first, the chapter drops at noon. Chapter isn't going to drop during our show. It drops at noon. Mark your calendars. Stop asking in chat. Broadcast for the anniversary, May 9th. And then an additional panel if you're in there in person, May 11th. Come see us in Boston, also at the booth. It's going to be awesome. So you can go to the PAX website to see their schedule. There's a ton of amazing stuff there. You can get your tickets. And genuinely, I want to meet as many fans and folks as I can while we're there.
Yeah, same
by
here.
the booth. So now we're going to pass it back to you to talk to Chase and all things Blood Moon event.
Alright, I'm hoping this Blood Moon is good because, like I said, last year it wasn't bad. it just could have been better. So that's usually how DBD goes, man. So the first time they bring out an event, it's all right, but the next time they bring it out, it's usually better. So unless it's lights out mode, then let's not talk about lights out, please. Oh boy. So I really do like the theme of the Blood Moon, though, like a blood raven, or well, it's a crow, but ravens are cool, I guess. That's kind of why I had my YouTube channel like Raven. But alright, I got nothing else to add, so please hurry up and cut to the next thing, please. Hey, maybe we'll get a Hattie skin in this Blood Moon event too. That'd be kind of surprising.
All right, it is time to celebrate spring. Unless you're in Montreal, then welcome to second winter. But in the entities realm, this means blood and lots of it. And after making its debut last year, the Blood Moon event is back for another outing. This time, we've got new rewards, some really nasty gameplay that we hope you'll love. And here to talk to me all about it is our amazing Dead by Daylight art director, Chase.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you so much. So for anyone who didn't get a chance to check it out last time, the Blood Moon event is hands down the best time of year to rack up a massive amounts of blood points, especially if you play Dead by Daylight a lot, like moi, like me. It's the perfect chance to make lots of quick progress on leveling up your characters. But if you're also new to Dead by Daylight, this is the perfect time to get a big head start on leveling up as well. So
really, because this game is quite randy.
About what they can expect from this year's.
But to be honest, I don't mind.
Starting on April 7th.
Sure.
It keeps you playing for a while.
For the art team, like this is one of our favorite things to work on. More blood for everybody. We wanted to have something that looks great, but also plays really well with gameplay, and obviously our love for horror.
Yeah, speaking of gameplay, I actually did want to ask you what's changed in this Blood Moon event.
Please be good.
Yeah, after receiving player feedback, we decided to tie the theme with the gameplay a little more closely.
Mm-hmm.
We really wanted to kind of freshen up the uniqueness of the event itself as well, with new gens and new interactions.
Okay, so like you said, new gens and new interactions. Yes, for this event, we're introducing a new type of generator called blood generators.
Okay.
So on the map, 4 of the 7 gens
What the
will now
fuck?
be replaced with blood generators.
What?
Survivors will need to complete 5 gens as usual, but that means that 2 of these gens will be blood generators. So throughout the map, these things called blood pumps will also pop up at hook spawn points. And as survivors, you need to go up to these to receive a blood can filled with blood that you'll need to transport to the blood generator.
Interesting.
Yeah. Players really need to think on their
Very
feet and
interesting.
decide which gen they want to go after. Get the blood flowing and the engines roaring.
Exactly. And it's going to be like a huge risk versus reward kind of situation too, right? Because completing a blood generator in some cases might be quicker or easier to do instead of a normal gen with all those pesky skill checks. Who wants that? But
True.
You do this at a bit of a risk because the blood can you're carrying could give you away if you're not being careful. It makes noise the faster you move, and it's loudest when you're running, making it easier for the killer to find you. So running will splash blood all over the place, making a huge mess and leaving a long-lasting blood trail for the killer to follow.
Interesting.
So run with it for too long, your can also completely drain, and you'll have to fill it up again at one of the blood pumps. This also gives survivors a chance for co-op play, as you can actually pass the blood cans back and forth amongst each other while you're looking for blood generators or blood pumps. We're hoping this
pretty
will
cool.
encourage like a more dynamic
Team
and
play.
stealthier gameplays for survivors, as you'll need to work together to move around the map to complete your objectives.
It's not a 1v1v1v1 game. It's a 4v1. Come on, get some more team.
On Blood Gen. But can you tell me, with this new elements, with this new art, did you guys have fun with creating these?
Absolutely. It's so much fun designing these new elements. Our main objective, of course, is to support the gameplay, make sure that everything is nice and visible for the players.
Mm-hmm.
Our goal is to support the gameplay, but also just to have fun with the subject matter. So that includes having these vintage style gas station parts that we've used in the past. So it's it kind of plays into the horror theme as well, and also with the fun entity presence, making sure that the players know that, well, once they see that, they know that the entity is placed there for them to figure out.
That's very cool, and I did get a chance to play test this before y'all got a hand on it, and I'm telling you, it's so much fun, and you leave such a mess everywhere. Thankfully, I didn't have a killer following me, but where does the killer actually play into all this?
Well, for this, the killer doesn't get any new changes. It's just the new situations for them to deal with. Just like the players, they have to decide whether or not to go after regular gens or the blood gens. This time around as well, the killers can kick the blood generators in order to regress it, similar to the old gens. They can also kick over blood cans as well to pour out all that blood. We made sure to include it all. And just only one note is to mention is that the past perks that would apply to the old gens, they don't apply yet. We just want to wait for player feedback and make sure that everything works well. This is just the first iteration for the new gameplay, but we look.
Obviously, we're trying something new here. Which, hey, I'm on
Fine
board.
with me. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want merciless storm skill checks on a blood generator. I think I'd get blood everywhere, to be honest. It'd be bad for everyone involved. But all of that sounds very gross and very fun. So with that, we're also bringing back the Blood Sense map and the Bloodshot Eye event items. Only thing about this, though, do keep in mind that since it's a new event gameplay, that last year's Bloodshot Eye is actually just going to get you more blood points. In fact, you'll get 100% more for interactions tied to the event gameplay. Is that right? Am I right on that?
That's right, yeah. The Blood Seeker community tracker is also back. For this one, you complete a blood gen, get a point. As a killer, kick a blood generator, get a point. Doing these actions progress the blood point modifier up to 500%.
Oh.
Wow.
Our
That's
event
even more than
lobbies
last
also
year, I
have some
believe. I
changes
think it
too.
went to 400.
Improved version of last year's. We have some progression in there.
Okay,
we're
that looks pretty damn
really
cool, I ain't
excited
gonna
about
lie.
and we want players to keep an eye out for.
That lobby looks gorgeous. Oh my goodness. And I cannot wait for all of us to be working on that 500% increase in blood points. All of us. So finally, Chase, can you tell me about some of the rewards that we can earn over the course of the event?
Yeah, absolutely. Besides blood points, we have
Ice
lots
skin?
of blood-themed rewards to earn for the players. We've added 1 charm. We have 3 badges, 3 banners, and 6 cosmetic pieces.
Whoa.
That Vittoria piece does
So
look pretty
good.
cool, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, absolutely. There's 3 bloody shirts.
Oh,
for
those
survivors,
banners,
and
though. Those
some,
look awesome.
Bloody weapons for killers too. Extra gross. We love it.
Yeah, that's so great.
Yeah, that's great. There's also 2 full outfits for Vittorio, including some fun glowing tattoos, and the tracker
that's
as
pretty
well,
cool. So he
just
glows
drenched
red.
in
That does look
dripping in
pretty damn
blood.
cool.
We're really excited about it. And of course, our daily login calendar is back as well. So log in every day and get more blood points.
That's
Nice.
awesome. I cannot wait to get my hands on that Vittorio outfit. That looks great. And it's like all red. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
it's so good. Well, thank you so much for walking us through that. And remember to join in, log in every day so that you can go ahead and get everything more with the blood points and the rewards and the event currency. So, so as long as you're logging in, you're also participating towards a 500% modifier.
Something tells me that Dork
Please,
really
one of
wants
these
us to
blood
participate in this
But
event.
thank you so much, Chase, for joining me on the couch for this. Remember, the Blood Moon event runs from April 7th to April 29th, so don't miss out.
Oh, okay, it's
I've
not
already
even
got some
today, that's
people in
fine.
my DMs on Twitter asking me when the event's coming back. Here it is. Right here, April 7th. But next, we're going to be joined on the couch with Kirby, who's going to be walking me through all of the upcoming collections, including additions to the Blood Moon collection and the new Tokyo Ghoul collection. So stay tuned.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I'm thinking new Tokyo Ghoul collection, but I think it's the ones that we've already seen. So, but hey, yo, that looks pretty cool. Like, it kind of sucks that the killer didn't really get anything new, but hopefully it's still gonna bring some sort of funness, between the survivors and the killers, stuff like that. So, so it's gonna be interesting, interacting with those blood things and stuff like that. Well, okay, I said those blood things. You're probably like, all right, which blood thing? The Blood Moon, the 500, the Gen, the gas can.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't
Everything.
think it would be a Dead by Daylight live stream if we didn't talk about the collections we're about to roll out. So back on the couch with me is our store product manager, Kirby, to tell us all about them. Thanks for joining me today.
It's great to be back.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about Tokyo Ghoul, Blood Moon, and more. So we've got such a ton of stuff to be diving into today. But first, I also heard we're doing a little bit of housekeeping when it comes to rarities in Dead by Daylight, so maybe we should start there.
Yeah, sure. So first off, let me say that things will largely be staying the same, but we've done a few things to help with consistency when it comes to quality and pricing. For starters, the event rarity is going to disappear for cosmetics. The existing items will be merged into either rare or very rare, depending on what piece it is. But that will only be applied for in-game cosmetics. The items will get to keep the event rarity.
Okay.
And then when it comes to legendaries and ultra rares, they're intended internally to be very similar in terms of the quality and the effort that we put into it. So going forward, we're just merging them all into the legendaries now.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. And there's also a new rarity making its way into the fog. Is that right?
Yes, so that is the Ascended rarity. It's going to exist between very rare and legendary, and it'll offer more for players, like extra VFX or more detailed modeling work, but won't have absolutely everything that players expect when they would get a legendary outfit.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. And with that, we're also doing a review of all the existing legendary outfits to make sure that the pricing is fair. So if we find that an existing legendary doesn't have everything to meet our new quality standards, we're going to bump that down to be an Ascended rarity so that the pricing is fair for players when they go to the store.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, and this isn't coming this update, but it will be in the May update when that comes.
Okay, so we all have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
So now that we've covered that, let's go ahead and jump straight into the collections. With our new chapter coming out today, we've got the brand new Tokyo Ghoul collection. So let's go through that. Like, what's going on?
Sounds good. So as far as full outfits go, the Tokyo Ghoul collection has 1 legendary and 4 very rares. As well, it wouldn't be Tokyo Ghoul if we didn't do some masks. So we've got 4 of those as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the Ghoul's legendary, we've got the Rize Kamishiro outfit. This character is super important to the world of Tokyo Ghoul, and we're so excited to be able
Pretty
to
much
bring
what
her
started it off, so yeah.
Okay, wow. I cannot wait.
Yeah, so Rize's outfit makes her look
Ugh, she looks
very
creepy.
innocent and pretty because that's how she lures people in to feed on them.
Yeah, I think she would have lured me into a dark alley easy peasy. I would have been a snack. Absolutely.
Our other
Hey, as long as I
Ghoul
taste
is
good, like,
called
I ain't bothered.
Ghoul Within. It's a very rare.
Oh, that's
this is
his
taken
outfit when he's
from
tortured.
season 1
Okay,
during
they
a
listened to me.
pivotal
They-
scene
they
that was
watched the
his
video.
diverging point. So this is when he's pulled into the fog.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome.
They watched the
I know
video.
people are going to really love that cosmetic. These both look amazing.
Yeah, it
So-
looks good.
And I know these moments very well as a huge fan of Tokyo Ghoul myself. So what else can you tell us about the other outfits coming?
Yeah, so for Yui, we've got an outfit called Toka's Struggle. It's inspired by the outfit that Toka wears while she's active as a ghoul, and is characterized by the rabbit mask and the
Yeah,
pigtail
the
that she's
rabbit.
using as a disguise.
That looks good.
Okay,
I like it.
love that. It still embodies Yui. So I still really love that.
For Renato, it's called...
I like it because I know what it's from.
Hide's Mood.
It's
Hide is
Hide!
Kaneki's ride or
Yeah.
die best friend for the whole story. Super cool, super positive, and incredibly supportive to Kaneki even during his darkest moments.
I also think that Renato himself would be a true ride or die, and so that cosmetic fits
Yeah.
him perfect.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Personality-wise.
And finally, for Nia, we've got Edo's creation outfit.
The fuck?
This
Yo,
is
that
a
looks
very
so cool.
character who shows up sort of early in the series, but we don't get to learn her identity until much later on. She
That looks so
represents
good.
a great premonition of things to come. And the hidden identity angle is what makes her such a great match for Nia.
It's a great cosmetic too. I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh. So, one of my favorite parts of the collection though is going to be the masks, and I'm super glad that we were able to actually get them into the fog. So, who gets one and what can you tell us about them?
Yeah, so we've got masks coming for the Unknown, Jonah, Jake, and David King. The Unknown's mask will be familiar to you because you're such a big fan. It's based on Noro, who is a very powerful, very mysterious character during the anime. For Jonah, we've got a mask based on Fukaru, and David and Jake both get masks based on very prominent Aogiri members.
Okay, that was awesome. I absolutely loved talking about everything coming with the Tokyo Ghoul launch. But now I want to talk about Blood Moon because we just talked about that in our last segment. And I know we're adding some really great new additions to the collection, so why don't you walk us through those?
Yeah, so we're really happy with how these have turned out. We kept building on the arcane blood magic vibe from last year, and we're really hoping players are going to like these.
Ooh, that looks
First,
awesome.
We've got the artist. She is getting a beautiful new outfit called Painted Red.
Yeah, that looks
She's
awesome.
got horns and this vein-inspired architecture to her clothing.
She gets
that makes
some
her
really
look like
good
a living
cosmetics. It's a
mix
shame that
of
not a lot
ink
more
and
people play her.
blood.
She honestly looks like this horrific masterpiece. It's so scary, but so effortlessly gorgeous.
Absolutely. And we've also got the Houndmaster's first new outfit
Ooh, okay.
Oh my god.
since her launch. Yeah.
That's
it's
nice,
called
too.
Captain in Exile.
That's
and
nice.
The real standout about this one is her weapon. It's like a beating heart on a staff.
Damn.
Incredibly gnarly in its execution.
With a crown?
That's actually
Fuck
my
yeah,
heart,
dude.
Kirby. She ripped out my heart and put it on a staff, and that's completely fine. I'm fine with that because it's Houndmaster. We got a Houndmaster mention, and that cosmetic is amazing.
Hell yeah.
So,
Alright, I
I'm
might be
so
picking up
thankful.
Houndmaster again.
And to go with the Houndmaster, we've also got Tori's first follow-up since her release, and it's called the Ceremony of Blood. It mixes her cult
Yeah, that looked pretty good,
vibe
too.
with the Blood Moon theme, while also being her very first mix and match very rare.
I love this cosmetic, honestly. If she wanted to leave me on the hook to die because she's wearing that and she's just got to go and strut, that's fine. I'll die. That's fine.
Penultimately, we have Claudette. Her bloody botany outfit is absolutely gorgeous.
That's pretty cool.
We used a lot of rose.
The art
thorn
team always
imagery,
kills it, man.
And there's
I
also
swear.
some subtle skull patterning on the shirt. And overall, absolutely love this one.
It's so good. I cannot wait to get my hands on this for my girl Claudette. That's amazing. Okay, so we've talked about so many amazing cosmetics, but we also need to touch on the Knight's Blood Moon outfit that we actually introduced last year, right?
Yeah, so last year we did the Bloodworm helmet for the Knight as our Orexel purchase gift. We got such positive feedback on it that this year we went ahead and finished the outfit. So if you purchased Orexels last year during the event, you'll already have the helmet, but we've gone and we've made the body and the weapon that will be available in the store for the duration of the event so you can complete the whole look.
That's awesome. That looked really good. I know there's going to be some Night Mains out there that are going to be so ecstatic to get their hands on that. And remember, these are time limited and store only for the duration of the event from April to April 7th, or starting April 7th. So make sure you're in there, you're logging in every day, you're making sure you're contributing to the 500% increase in blood points that I know we're all doing together. Because we want me to get those blood points.
Yeah, I love her
anyway,
tenacity.
thank you so much, Kirby, for joining me to talk about all of these amazing collections. And coming up in a few moments, we're going to have Brandon on the couch with Eric to talk about the changes coming to the archives. So stay tuned.
Alright. I'm a little disappointed there's still no Hattie skins, but I do like the skins that are coming up, so they look good, man. So, man, you know, Artist has always been that character where it's like, I would totally play her if I didn't like other characters, you know? So, because, yeah, I never had a problem playing Artist. So, I feel like after, maybe 10 games with her, you get used to, knowing when to send your birds out to hit a survivor through the walls and stuff, but, yeah, I never mind her. So, I think it's just because she's not really all that flashy, you know?
Hey,
I think that's what it
I'm
is,
not
really.
Brandon. I don't think we've met. Wanted to
Who are
say,
you
hey,
actually?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Wanted to pop in before we get to Brandon. Thank you to Kirby for bringing those beautiful and exciting cosmetics. I love watching the chat. Anytime we show cosmetics, people are delightful on there. Also delightful when Chase was out here. You folks need to calm down.
Spritz you with water bottles.
Calm down.
No, bad.
So yeah, this is like a really cool batch of outfits, and we got some more show to do, huh?
Yeah, and don't forget, we've got a few other collections we didn't actually have time to cover in that segment, including some new stuff for the Techwear collection. So hit up the deadbydaylight.com website to go ahead and check all those out right now. But now we're going to get this imposter off of the set, and it's going to be Brandon joining over here so we could talk about the archives.
Right.
Interesting. So yeah, well, anyways, that's what I was saying though. But yeah, dude, all the other outfits, especially for my girl, the Houndmaster, yeah, dude, it's gonna be awesome. So I'm very interested. I've been waiting to see what what her other dogs are gonna look like too. So hopefully, hopefully we get like a Chihuahua or something, like a little small dog or something. I don't think it will affect gameplay, but yeah, man. I don't know about you guys, but Chihuahuas are a little bit scarier than cane Corsos.
All right. So
in my opinion.
we know, and you know that a big part of daily life in Dead by Daylight is the archives, and it's part of your experience in the game. And the team is always looking for ways to improve it and make it more fun for our players. So on that note, we've brought out fan favorite Brandon, who's been working on this with the team to make some cool changes, and we're going to go over those right now. Brandon, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's my third time.
Yep.
I guess I'm a regular now.
You are a regular, and I cannot spend more time with you. It's too much.
Looking forward to it.
No, but thank you so much. So, rumor has it, big shakeups are coming to the archive, so why don't we get right into it?
Yes, rumors are right. You heard right. It's been a while now that
He has a
the team
really
has
nice
wanted to
voice,
make our
by the way.
challenge system more efficient, more enjoyable, and I'm happy to say that starting with our upcoming tome, players are going to start seeing these changes.
And so, when you say upcoming tome, just to make it super clear for the folks at home,
Not now, but when we get
In
our
the
tome
future.
released.
yes. So, because we're not going to do a second stream for that one, we wanted to talk about it today.
Yeah. So, before I get into like all the nitty-gritty, all the gameplay details, I'd like to cover some high-level changes that players will notice right away. For one, the archives itself is being archived, or rather, kind of disappearing into the fog. What I mean by that is the archives will simply be referred to as the Rift moving forward, and the term archives will kind of fade away into the fog, let's just say.
Okay. So, what does that look like in game in Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, so visually, we're not looking at some major changes. They're quite minor. The archives button, for one, will be replaced with a new button called the Rift. And the Rift button will be in the main menu, and it'll take you directly to the Rift Pass, and you
Okay, I
see
like that.
all the goodies that you know and love. The lore will be kind of taken out as well, given its own button called the Tomes, and that's where all lore, new and old, will be housed moving forward.
Oh, that's really cool. So, folks jumping in can go straight to the lore that maybe if they're new to the game and they want to just start with that, they can just click of a button.
Yeah, so the lore will actually all be unlocked. So a new player can kind of just go right in and read as much as they want, as their heart desires, and really enjoy stories of their favorite character, for example.
Super cool. Okay, so why don't you tell us a bit on the gameplay side, what's changing?
Yes, there's a lot of changes that are being made. The main one is how challenges are being formatted. The Rift is really going to make a big difference for our players, and we're excited to see this new challenge system, let's just say. Quickly though, challenge system will no longer be a thing. It'll be a thing of the past. We're going to change that to quests. So out with the challenges, in with the quests, and that's
Okay.
what I'll be calling it moving forward. So this
Makes more
segment,
sense because
Old and
sometimes
busted
challenges aren't really
new
that
hot
challenging.
quests.
So
Yes.
new shiny.
oh, that looks
thing.
really good though.
So under this new quest,
Yeah, that looks nice.
system, as a player, you won't need to select any quest anymore. They'll all be available at the same time right away.
Oh wait, we're having a
and you'll
weekly
be able to
quest.
complete as many
Interesting.
as you want, as many as your heart desires within a trial.
Nice. That's fantastic. So a lot less hands-on management that the players need to do. It's all happening automatically. It's behind the scenes, so easy peasy. So they can make progress too without even having to opt in, huh?
Yeah, so exactly. Basically, in the past with the old system, it was one challenge for one trial. Now all quests are all active at once. It's going to give players a lot more freedom to just play the game and knock out whatever they want and just focus on having fun. It's been a long time coming. I'm so happy that, we can finally talk about this today. So I'm glad that it's happening, and I'm sure the players are going to be super impressed and excited for this as well.
Cool. So now that we know how the new Rift works, can you tell us a bit about what kinds of quests they can expect?
Yeah. For starters, daily rituals. That's another thing that's going to be going.
New term.
Yeah. So no daily rituals. Now just daily quests.
Daily quests.
Yeah. So in the quest system, you'll see daily quests. Those will be daily, as the
Good,
name
because I
implies.
completely forgot that I have
Yes,
daily
and,
rituals
I think there'll be a little
waiting
more
on me to
easy,
complete them since like 2
more
years ago.
simple, very much in the sense that you could knock out a daily or two within one trial without even thinking of doing them, period. We'll
That's fine
also
with me,
have
so.
Rift Pass quests, which, of course, as the name implies, ties more closely to the Rift and all of its content. And it'll be, a little bit more interesting, maybe focused on characters, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Um,
So we've got Rift Pass quests now. We've got daily quests, Rift Pass quests. What's next?
Well, I mean, one small thing is like
Yeah.
the Rift Pass quests themselves.
Okay.
They're weekly.
Ah, okay.
Okay. And they're cumulative. So if you come in at like say week 10, you'll still have weeks 1 through 9 to just power through and knock out of
Nice.
the park. And
I was a
still
little bit
get
worried about
Rift
that. I'm
Pass.
glad they're doing that.
There's tons of goodies there. I'm sure players are gonna have a good time, kind of just speeding through that.
That's
since
my boy
we
right
kinda
there.
have that
Yo,
mechanic
his
now
voice is
built in.
really nice, by the way. Like, I would let
We
him
also
read me a
have
book.
different quest types, like the milestone quest type.
Okay.
And that's similar to, let's just say, you hook 5 survivors. So that'll be, part 1 of milestone quest 1.
Mhm.
And then part 2 will be unhook, or hook, depends, I guess, 10 survivors. So, and it would move on, and the number would get increasingly higher and higher up until a certain point. These will also expire at the end of a rift and reset. Same thing with the Rift Pass quests, those will also reset.
Perfect.
Finally, I have a lot
More.
to say. Yes,
Woo.
there's
Hey, yo,
more.
the longer I get to hear this guy's
I
voice,
feel
the
like
more
I
calm
always
I
say that,
get.
but there are event quests. So we haven't forgotten about events. They had its own system. We're bringing it over to the quest system. Now it's one nice little fancy package. Play all your quests through that one system, and those will be more closely tied to what you've already seen in the previous events.
Perfect. Okay. That's a lot of new terms.
Yes.
There's going to be a quiz at the end of the show to
Oh,
make sure you
shit.
got
Dude,
them
my
all.
brain hurts. Don't.
So I've heard that we're adding a seemingly simple but really useful feature to the quest system that people have actually been asking about for a while. You want to spill the
Yeah.
beans on that one?
Yeah, this one is really exciting, to be honest, and it's one that I've pushed for quite some time, and that's the ability to see what specific quests you're doing while in a trial. Currently, we don't have that option available, so now, in the upcoming tome, you'll be able to pin your quests.
Oh, nice.
And once you pin a quest from the main menu and you're in a trial, you can hit pause.
Thank you for doing that,
and
dude,
find
because the
whatever quest
last
you
few
pinned.
days I've been playing this
Just an
game,
easy way to remind
and
yourself, what am I doing in this
I
trial?
do that, constantly
Really?
forgetting what I'm supposed to do for
And
my
so,
challenge.
for the people out there who love the
Thank you
rifts,
for doing
I'm going
that.
to ask, are the older challenges still going to be available in some form when this new system kicks in?
Yeah, for sure. We kept that in mind to keep all the older content available. We know there are some quest level rewards, or rather tome level rewards, that are probably high value. People want to achieve, earn. So we're keeping that system active. It's all going to be housed in that tomes button that I mentioned. That will house all the lore. So you'll get the lore and you'll get the compendium in that button, and you'll be able to knock out a few older challenges, so to speak. So the compendium, older challenges, those will all stick around for a while. If you played all the new quests and you have nothing else to pique your brain, there are additional older challenges that you can knock out, get some blood points in the meantime, and and more importantly, have fun.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Brandon. There's a ton of stuff there and cool new stuff coming for the players. And something I wanted to point out too is, we announced whatever, a couple months ago, we're in this quality of life initiative right now. And while this is obviously a new feature, it's also something that I'm finding it respects players' time, which is sort of like our guidelines for the whole quality of life thing. Let's respect our players' time. And this is shaving off a bunch of the edges so they don't have to spend as much time outside of the game. They can spend more time in the game having fun and playing. It's pretty cool.
Exactly.
So thanks to you and the team. As we mentioned at the top of the segment, this is coming a bit later. It's not today. It's coming on May 6th. So set your calendar and stay tuned. We'll be back with our Q&A to wrap up the show.
Damn, May 6th, a whole month. So, well, I'm assuming like they're probably gonna be doing the mid-chapter patch, maybe on the 6th. I don't know, man. So, but I know that mid-chapter patch is gonna be huge, dude. So, actually, they didn't talk about the surrender system or something like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. So we'll see what they got. So. Whew. Yeah, you know what? They actually mentioned a lot of the stuff that are coming up, like the Xenomorph changes and Chucky and all that stuff.
Again, I love watching the chat during these segments. Brandon just earned himself some fans there.
You got
we
me.
got a good trend of bald dudes on the show tonight.
I wasn't gonna say
not be one of them.
anything,
Oh,
but
yeah. No.
You
all right,
wouldn't
I'll let you say
know
it.
If I was.
Hair down to the back.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've got a really long ponytail back here that you don't see. So we're at the Q&A portion, and before we get into the questions, we did want to. It's like a programming note, or if you're old like me, it's like when a correction they would issue in old newspapers. We got a couple of the terms wrong that I just wanted to update here, just for some of the outfits for the Tokyo Ghoul outfits. So Kaneki has the Awakened Ghoul outfit. Yui has the Rabbit costume. Renato has the Hide costume.
Eat it.
My boy.
Yep, Hide costume.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doris.
Thank you.
And Nia has Eto costume. And I need new glasses, is what I'm learning. Thank you. So there's your correction. Also, we have questions to answer. And actually, before we answer the ones that I have on my screen, I want to answer one that I saw in chat a couple times. Someone very interested in whether I'm a Boston Bruins fan or a Canadiens/Habs fan.
Oh.
They actually asked me this on my interview when I moved from Boston to Montreal. My boss, who's now my boss again, weirdly, Luke, asked me that question. He said, if you are a Bruins fan, don't tell anyone when you're here. Lucky for everybody, I didn't watch hockey until I moved here, so I guess I'm a Habs fan. So that's your softball answer. Now let's get to the real questions people actually care about. So first up, are there any plans to give more surrender options in the game?
So the surrender option that was tested in the PTB has very strict conditions before activating. All survivors are slugged, or when all remaining survivors are bots, the last survivor can surrender. Or the killer for the killer to be able to surrender, all remaining survivors are bots. Or no generators have been completed for 10 minutes. This is intentional, as we feel that these are the main areas where a match is effectively already over.
I agree.
We will monitor this carefully when it goes live, and if we identify other situations where the feature would fit and make sense, then we'd expand on that feature moving forward.
Yeah, we did get some initial feedback during PTB, but it's not a wide enough group that we wanted to. Let's see now in the live environment what people think of surrender. So let us know. I'm sure you will. Will there ever be new server locations?
Funny you should ask.
It is funny.
So today at 1 p.m., we're activating a data center in India, which we hope will help to alleviate some of the higher ping issues players are facing in the Middle East. We will continue to monitor to see where else we can put these servers to continue to alleviate frustration.
Awesome. We tested a new version of Area of Crows in the PTB. what is the future of existing variants? Oh yeah, this is a late breaking news.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of discussion around map variants, as quite often we know that the players feel that they fall short of the mark. That leads to a bit of frustration. So from the chapter release today, we are going to be removing the extra variants so that players will then have more variety in their matches. The original map will remain in case of Bad Am Preschool, and the 4 additional variants will be removed, for example.
Yep. So we're also interested to hear on that one. If there's some that have gone away that you need to come back, just tell us. We're easy to reach. Why does the lock-on the Ghoul exist? Would it be better if it was more of a skill shot?
So in early testing phases, both a lock-on and a skill shot were tested. When it was just a skill shot, it made the killer feel particularly unintuitive and clunky on the mobility side, partly because it was so specific on what you could or could not aim at. So we went with the lock-on version, as it generally felt much better to be able to play it and use it with navigating the map.
Awesome. Thank you. Can you
Yes,
add
again,
more
thank you.
colorblind options, please, Dev?
So a part of our quality of life for the upcoming year is improving on our accessibility features. We see it with the Ghoul now, with the different colors involved, with how that would be very helpful for colorblind filters to change those colors associated with him. So we want to do that.
Yep, and we have some very lovely people, even within our team, who are colorblind, who help keep that front of mind. It's awesome. Dave, who we have on the couch frequently, has started reworking his internal PowerPoints just to accommodate our coworkers. So it's really cool. So stay tuned. When will Ghostface get his camera back? It's been missing for, all caps, months.
It has. You will be very glad to know that the Ghostface camera will be back in today's release. So go forth, get worried, and photobomb to your heart's content.
Oh yeah,
just not if it's me.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I like Ghostface more.
In today's release.
The
so
photobombing.
Please let us know on the forums if there's anything else that you are having issues with. We'd love to work on it.
Fantastic. Looks like our last one here. Other game modes like. Oh, it's not even are other game modes like, oh my gosh, the phrasing. Okay, there's one more question after this. Sorry, I said this is not the last question. Other game modes like My Little Oni, would they be back anytime?
For right now, we're focusing on the quality of life and making sure that we address the main issues that are shown in our roadmap.
I'm on board.
As such, there might be delays outside of the regular release calendar, and also modes might not follow the normal cadence. So, yes, we miss Meg's hair being all over the place, but we want to make sure the game is in a great state for you first.
Okay, now the real last question. Actually, it's a good one. What's happened with the community skins that we voted for? So if you don't know what that's about, last year we ran a contest, and it was flipping awesome. We had literally thousands of submissions.
Thousands.
Fantastic designs for cosmetics. We chose 4 killer designs and 4 survivor designs as winners to put in the game. And I'll let you answer when they're coming.
Yeah, so they are still coming. Don't worry. You can expect to see them pop up soon. It takes time to create these and implement these into the game. But rest assured, we're very excited to be bringing these into the game and also showing some sneak peeks on socials soon about how we've brought them into the game. So keep an eye on those.
I shouldn't say anything on the record, but I'm pretty sure the first one comes in our next release after this one. So I'll probably be wrong. You can yell at me. I don't mind. So that's it for the Q&A section. Thank you so much for those. We love getting to answer questions. We love reading your feedback, obviously, so keep it coming. And that's the show for today. So I don't know exactly what time we're at right now, but basically the chapter's going live. Oh, thank you. In 5 minutes. Tokyo Ghoul goes live in 5 minutes, so 12 o'clock noon Eastern time. We're very close.
Yes, we're just getting started with all of the things we want to do this year, so stay tuned to our channels for tons and tons and tons of more content and updates in the next few months. Don't forget, our next show will be the 9th anniversary live stream, so get ready for that. Make sure you get your tickets for PAX. And gosh, I'm so sad to be going.
Yes.
But, things have to end.
Right, but until then, we want to give a big thanks to the entire DBD team that may or may not be tuning in back at the studio. We love you, and we love all of our DBD players out there in the fog. So keep it up. We will see you next time. And for now, we're going to raid Evo. Have fun.
Oh, So not a bad stream. So a lot of information there, but yo, man, I'm actually hyped. So I'm glad. So I don't have much to say really. I mean, everything was kind of just self-explanatory. So I was right. Got some information on the Blood Moon, which again, I'm kind of sad that there's not going to be a whole lot of things for the killers to do. Just different situations, but we'll see how it is, man. Hope as long as it's fun, I'm down for that. So and yeah, and then of course it's gonna be more fun playing Survivor on that. So we'll see how that goes. You know, a lot of skins coming in the game. No Hattie outfit, but you know, I'll pretend that Hattie's outfit is in development. So yeah, so and yeah, man. But oh, I'm so hyped for the I'm so hyped for Tokyo Ghoul, dude. So it's really good. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I may or may not get a Tokyo Ghoul video out today, like playing as Ken, because I literally got to go to work in about 45 minutes. But if I do, awesome. If not, gonna be videos tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.